fitness for duty for me means a lot. So it's, yeah, I mean, you're dealing with heavy vehicles and thousands of people on the road on a daily basis, and yeah, I've got to make sure I'm right, get enough sleep, eat correctly, get enough fluids, and yeah, so I'm, right to do my job as best I can.
If you're distressed by the content of this Toolbox talk, please call any of these organisations. Our physical and mental condition affects job performance and overall well-being. A recent study of Australian truck drivers found that 75% reported having a physical medical condition, with 23% reporting the diagnosis of a mental health condition. 70% don't have a healthy and balanced diet, and 51% don't meet physical activity guidelines. 62% of drivers also reported experiencing fatigue whilst working, and 11% of them to falling asleep or nodding off whilst driving. Around 1/3 of interviewed heavy vehicle drivers admitted using some type of medication to manage fatigue or sleep. Only around 20% of heavy vehicle drivers indicated that they received stress management training, and trying to control a physical or a mental condition with medication can have side effects on driving performance. Drivers with 3 or more health conditions have also been found to have a higher probability of being involved in a road crash.
I always feel like you need energy to drive. And yeah, just keeping your energy levels up, because it's mentally draining. So if you're having a nice snack, some nuts, some fruit, water, keeping that hydration going, it helps with your mood. When you're not hungry, you're not grumpy.
I'd probably say drink a lot more water, get a better night's sleep, try to get at least 8 to 9 hours every night, because I find a good night's sleep is what's going to help get you through the day, give you a lot more energy and give you a lot more motivation, and probably just do whatever you can to get a bit of physical activity in, whether it's walking around, going for a walk down the park, going to kick the footy at the park, or even just going to the gym, anything, any physical activity.
You've really got to be on your toes, and generally I think having a good night's sleep before going to work is a big key factor. No point in having a 4-hour sleep and you've got to get up early next morning to go to work, because by the time it gets to about 10:30, you start to fatigue really big, and I've seen that happen. And it's something that a lot of people don't contemplate in taking on by having a good night's sleep. And also meals, your diet as well is important too. So I think there's a lot of stress things to think about, but at the same token, how you implement it on a daily basis is really up to you.
Fitness is achieved in the long term with self-awareness and healthy habits. Good performance is created one day at a time with small decisions. As a driver, what areas in your life can you improve by making small changes? Physical exercise is an excellent way to keep your mind and body healthy in the long term. It prevents chronic disease, and in the short term it can boost your energy and mood. Find the activities that you enjoy the most and look for ways to integrate them into your routine. Regular health checks are crucial to identify issues. They can be life-saving. And risky behaviour and habits can affect your short and long-term professional plans. Lack of sleep, unhealthy food choices, and skipping breaks have compounding effects on your well-being. Also be mindful that repetitive movements or cumulative injury can have a long-term effect on your ability to drive. Identify any risks in your activities and discuss them with your manager. Bad habits, such as posture or jumping from a vehicle, can also turn into chronic conditions. focus on creating healthy physical and mental habits. Before you start a journey, do a brief self-assessment to be aware of where your mind's at. Both positive and negative emotions can affect our driving. And to deal with these emotions, take a deep breath and go through your thoughts or journal them. This will help you stay focused on the road. And if you do require prescription medications, discuss it with your GP and pharmacist and make sure you mention your profession. Resources to support the physical and mental health of heavy vehicle drivers are crucial to the sustainability of the sector. Be mindful of the impact work-related aspects such as payment and work schedules have on drivers' mental and physical health and their ability to perform the job properly. Consider the adoption of non-financial types of incentives that contribute to job and life satisfaction for your drivers. Consider the development of a health program that includes the promotion of physical and mental health activities, as well as regular controls such as drug testing. Inform staff about the possible impact that prescribed drugs can have on their abilities and the resulting risks. Create a safety culture that encourages personnel to present health issues and questions knowing they can get guidance and support. Fitness for duty is not determined exclusively with an entrance exam. Develop well-being programs that include periodic checkups. Create a working environment that supports well-being. Provide the right information, spaces, and opportunities for your staff to stay healthy. Include regular well-being activities such as health checks and physical exercise classes in your company training plan.
Probably, as I say, well rested, not distracted by outside issues. But again, we're all human. It's if you've got a sick family member or things going on in your life, it's hard not to think about those. Just try and concentrate on what you're doing, because we drive big, heavy vehicles. I mean, I'm probably at the smaller end of the scale. I just drive a prime mover with a single trailer. Your guys out there are driving triples, quads, through the middle of the night and that sort of stuff. It's definitely a different field to what a lot of people are used to. So you just need to try and keep as alert as you can, because you just don't know what's going to happen when. It's just life. Things happen unexpectedly and you've got to be alert enough to react, and you can't be alert if you're tired.
Industry, it's just moving really fast, I'd say. It's a lot of pressure on companies, a lot of pressure on drivers, a lot of pressure on subcontractor, everyone. I'd say, especially, I'd say to the government, to be honest, slow everything down a little bit, please. It's just going too fast.
Just slow down. The world is in such a rush at the moment. Slow down. Enjoy life. Make sure you've got a good work-life balance, because that's critical. But the world doesn't have to rush us by. It just seems like everybody's in a mad rush nowadays, from traffic to office to everywhere. It just seems like everybody needs to get somewhere in a mad hurry. But we don't. We can enjoy it. We take our time.
Fitness and performance are achieved one good habit at a time. If you have need of support, please call Lifeline on 131 114, Beyond Blue on 1300 224 636, 1800 RESPECT on 1800 737 732, Men's Line Australia on 1300 789 978, or 1300 Driver on 1300 374 837.